I've learned how to sing better and play guitar better. I mean, I've just developed a bit since.
A lot of people get to know folk music through one artist, like for instance for you it was Bob Dylan,
Yeah.
for me as well, but not talking about me. And then you get to discover like Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie and all the old things. Was that the same with you? You first put on just a Dylan record, and then you wanted to know where that came from.
Yeah,
and you started,
pretty exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what was the first folk record you heard? What was that? The Bob Dylan's debut album or something else?
No, I think it was the purple one, the greatest hits or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first thing. You know, it's pretty awesome songs on that one.
And well, Bob Dylan obviously is a great storyteller, and I think the two are often combined, storytelling and folk music. Do you consider yourself to be a good storyteller?
No, not really. No, because I don't think sometimes my stories might not be that easy to follow. You know, they're not strict. You know, in time. You know, how the story develops. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit more messier than that. I understand them kind of.
Okay, but it's not something you strive for, to let other people know what your songs are about? Doesn't matter.
No. I mean, they should. No, I mean, people come up with the funniest, you know, explanations to my songs, and I love that. You know, but it's all about. That's how I listen to music. You know, you build your own opinion about what's happening in the song. You know.
And how do you feel then about songwriters who write like a diary confession?
Yeah, that's
style?
awesome. That's great too. I mean, yeah, it's. Yeah, no.
Is that something you could do? Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, of course I tried it, but I don't think I could do that right now. That's like because I'm not that kind of a person. I mean, there are other persons that do that better. This is what I can do right now. You know.
Well, on The Wild Hunt and also on the previous album, your guitar and your voice are the main protagonists. That's what it's about. Do you record them at the same time? Because some guitar patterns are quite hard to do. Yeah, you also.
Yeah, because I can't do it. I can't do the guitar first and then try to sing the feeling to that. Since I am my own drummer, you know, I can't really, you know, at all. The singing comes from the guitar playing, and you know, it's.
Does it start off together as well at the same time when you're writing a song? Do you have to have your guitar with you, or?
Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time, I mean, it can happen in many different ways. You know, you write a lyric and then you write music to that, or you have a great tune that you're playing, and but usually it comes like bits and pieces of this, because I have guitars all over the place where I live, like, you know, and when I travel, so I have a guitar lying around, and I play a little here and a little there, you know, and then, so yeah, it usually turns up in the same.
Who taught you how to play in the first place?
Yeah, well, my mother played guitar, and but then I went through, you know, as a kid, taking lessons and stuff like that. But I wasn't really that into it because, you know, you just did it as the other stuff in school, you know. You did your homework, you know.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I don't know. I always kept on playing though, but it wasn't until in my early 20s when I found out you could play guitar, like you could, you know, do different tunings and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be. Because I went through high school, like in music classes in high school, and you know, had to learn how to play all over the guitar and do the tricky chords and stuff. And it kind of, after a while, I got so tired of playing guitar, it was so boring because it was like math or something.
Yeah.
So I just listening to old blues guys and figuring out, and to Nick Drake, like you could retune your guitar, and like suddenly it became easy to play, you know. It's like, that's a chord, and that's a chord too, and you know, 2 fingers, that's the minor chord, you know?
Yeah.
And then it suddenly becomes interesting because you could do so much with little effort, so you could like focus on singing and